Hello students. Last time we discussed about the food pyramid. As the base of the pyramid is broad and large, some group of food we should eat in a large quantity. As we go higher on the pyramid, some food we should eat successively lesser and lesser. At the top, the group of the food we should use in a very little less quantity, sparingly. So, for reading comprehension, let us work out certain questions. Name the 5 food groups that we need. Answers are the 5 food groups. The 5 food groups are as follows. 1. Grains, rice, corn, cereals and milk. It is the carbohydrate group of food. 2. Proteins. It consists of pulses, cereals, meat, eggs, milk, fish, etc. It supplies proteins. 3rd group, vitamins. Vitamins are obtained from fruits and vegetables. 4th group, fats. Fats are obtained from oil, butter, ghee, etc. And 5th group is minerals. Minerals are obtained from fruit and vegetables. So, question number 2. What does each food group do? Food group 1, containing grains, rice, corn and cereals and milk, supplies us necessary energy for body functions. To perform various functions and working of the body, growth of the body, wear and tear, repairing of the body, we need energy. And energy is supplied by the grains which contain carbohydrates. So these commodities we should take in a large quantity, because if we take less amount of grains, then we cannot have sufficient energy to live. Group number 2, protein group. Proteins are obtained from cereals, pulses, meat, egg and milk. They help in growth of the body, repair from injuries of the body and proper maintenance of the body. Proteins are obtained from pulses, cereals, meat and eggs. Then the group of vitamins and minerals, third and fifth group. We can take minerals, fourth group, fifth group. So vitamins and minerals are obtained from fruits and vegetables. Vitamins are required in very less quantities, but they help in proper functioning of the body. Though they are required less, they are also available in less quantities. But to get sufficient supply of vitamins, we should take sufficient supply of vegetables and fruits. Largest quantity, grains and corn, carbohydrates. Lesser than that, vegetables. We should take vegetables in a sufficient quantity. Less than carbohydrate, more than fruit. 1, 2 or 3 fruit will be sufficient for satisfying the need for vitamins and minerals. Then comes fat group. Fish, meat, eggs, we should take in still less quantities because they are highly rich in protein. Protein is required for growth. Therefore, it comes to the fourth group in quantity. We should consume fats and oils to the smallest amount. So fats and oils are required very less quantities to be sufficient for our proper functioning of the body. Though they are required in little quantity, but they are necessary. Therefore, even though little amount, but we should take certainly fats and oils because our brain cells are made up of require fats. Every cell of our body to make cell wall needs fat. But excess of fat is harmful because it generates obese condition. Now, what are the two things we should eat in small quantities? Fats and oils are the two things we should eat in small quantities. Why does our body need energy? Why does our body need energy? We are living things. We do many types of activities, working, exercise, mental and physical activities. To do many activities and working, our body needs energy. Thus, energy is necessary for working, walking, going, playing. Any muscular or mental or physiological activity requires energy. Without energy, we cannot live. We get energy from grains, rice, corn, cereals, etc. For growth and structure and construction of our body, we need proteins which are obtained from pulses, cereals, milk, eggs and other things. Vitamins are called vital amines. They are necessary for proper functioning of the body. If the vitamins are not taken in food, there will be a deficiency of vitamins in our body. This deficiency of vitamin will create deficiency diseases. For example, vitamin A, if not taken in food, will create night blindness. In dark night, we fail to see properly, and that is because of lack of vitamin A. Suppose a person is suffering from night blindness and he is given supplement of food or tablets of containing vitamin A, just within 2 or 3 days or after taking vitamins or within a week, he will be able to see during night in a proper way. Vitamin D is needed for proper growth of bones. Vitamin B is needed for proper working of nervous system, brain and neurons. Vitamin C is required for healthy condition of the skin. Thus, we need vitamins, though in small quantities, but unavoidable. We should necessarily take vitamins regularly. Now, students, in this poem, we have learned some rhyming words. Day. What will be the rhyming words for day? Day, play, lay, say. They are all rhyming words. They have similar ending sound. Second one, grow, to grow, grow, small, from small to big. Grow, know, blow, crow. These are all rhyming words. Next, fat. Fat, get, rat, cat, bat, hat. These are all rhyming words. Next, oil. What will be the rhyming words for oil? Oil, boil, coil, soil. They all have similar endings. Oil, a substance. Boil, action of boiling. Coil, coil. Soil, soil, earth. Thus, what is the significance of rhyming words? If we know rhyming words related to some word, then it becomes easy for us to memorize many other words that are rhyming with one word. One word will help us to memorize or remember the whole family of many other rhyming words. This is very important and useful to increase our vocabulary or word power. Word power is very valuable in speech. If you don't have money power, you cannot purchase anything from the market. Money power. If you don't have word power, you will not be able to speak properly. You will fail to communicate in a proper way. So word power is very important, sometimes rather superior to money power. Muscle power. Suppose if you are weak, you will not be able to live a healthy life. Thus, rhyming words help us to increase our vocabulary and word power. So, dear students, try to prepare rhyming words, synonyms means words of similar meanings, opposites means words of opposite meanings, homophones, words with similar sound but different meaning and different spelling, and words with called homonyms. Homonyms are the words which are pronounced in the same way, have spelling also in the same way, but different meaning. For example, ring. Ring we wear in our finger, ring to ring the bell. Bow, to shoot an arrow, bow. Bow means ribbon. Thus, homonyms, homophones, antonyms, synonyms, and rhyming words. If we go on learning step by step, one by one, we can enrich our word power to fairly satisfactory level so that we can have command over communication and we can work in a better way in life, in study, in earning, learning and everything. Thank you for listening and wish you all the best.